Yeah, well, this is the third time I'm trying to make these videos. I'm keep like getting directed energy weapons stuff and shit. Anyways, let me tell you something. Because the torture started right now. So yeah, let me tell you something. Actually, what I'm going to tell you right now is just gonna change your belief about the whole, you know, mass murders and everything. You know. Let me tell you this. On Monday, this is actually the third time that happens with me here in Mauritius, or fourth time, I think. I started to get stalked by people with beards, like Muslims with beards. So they just didn't provoke me though. I didn't say they have provoked me, but I said they stalked me. You know, there's two different things here. So apparently, when the police want to radicalize a person against certain groups, what they do, they try to get these groups. Of course, those people in the groups, they don't know what the fuck they are doing. They are just doing what the police telling them, basically. So they just don't know what's up. They don't know how they affect that person in this situation. So what they do, they get this. So they got the Muslims or the Muslim with beards, the more religious type of people, basically, or the more believers, if you will, I don't know how to say that, but the more, the people who's more like, um, I don't know how to phrase that, but there's some certain type of Muslims who has beards and certain dress and stuff like that. So they start to stalk me, and I start to notice, okay, well, you're stalking me, but I just basically don't give a fuck. I know it's the police, not the Muslims, not the Christians, not the Indians, not the fucking, you know, not any race or any type. It's the police telling those people to do that. So that's how the police radicalize people. That's how they, you know, that's MK Ultra shit. That's total MK Ultra shit. There was this movie actually that's called The Room or something like that. They put people on a room, and then they try and to scare them, and then trying to put voices as those people were terrorists and Muslims, and start to say some Muslim phrases and stuff like that. So those people mind start to think, okay, those are the Muslims who doing this to us. And of course, it wasn't the Muslim; it was the CIA, in USA. So, so basically, that's how the police radicalize people. Like how they trying to radicalize me, to hate this like this person or these certain groups or these certain groups or these certain groups. But at the end of the day, I tell you something. I never hated somebody for the race. I never hated somebody because of the religion. You know, people are equal. That's my belief, of course, but that's not the police belief. The police ranging people, on age, on disabilities. They for the Norwegians or the Norwegian police, they don't think that this is at the end of the day as a human being. They don't think like that. They range, they range people. If you have been long enough into this shit system, you will understand what I'm telling you. But anyways, so that's one thing. You know, Number two, actually, the thought actually came to my mind yesterday. You know, I was reading about this Saudi writer in Turkey, who the Saudi government basically just killed him, or not killed him. Kill is just uh, an easy word for the kill. You know, not even an easy word. It was horrendous murder. You know, what they actually did. I don't know if you have read about this case, but if you didn't, well, the summary of it was that there was this Saudi writer who the Saudi government wanted him back in Saudi Arabia, but he didn't want to go there. So the Saudi government sent the assassins of the Saudi government. They sent them to Turkey to to get this guy back to Saudi Arabia. Not even to get him back. I'm sorry. They just to assassinate him. To kill him inside the embassy in Turkey. So what the motherfuckers did, they chopped him up to pieces and put those pieces into the oven, high temperature oven or something like that. And the rest of his corpse is I don't know corpse. I don't the rest of the body, or dead body. So they took the rest and put it on chemical and just to let this chemical to melt the body, and they actually did that, and they killed him, Now looking at this situation where I'm in, apparently the Norwegian government sent their assassins after me here in Mauritius. They have one job to do. I know what's their job. I know what it is. But the Norwegians are more, or the European generally, are smarter than the Saudi government. Not smarter, but have the advanced technology where the Saudi government doesn't have. If the Saudi had this technology, they would just murder, of course, this Khashoggi in this way. So with directed energy weapons and satellite shit, all of this bullshit. But of course, the Norwegians, the Saudi doesn't have that. So basically, the Norwegians can cover up their tracks. The Saudi cannot or couldn't. And of course, let me tell you this. Actually, after I read about the Saudi government and the Saudi regime, well, apparently they use the same methods as the Norwegians. They put their opponents into the mental institution, which I actually didn't expect that, but they actually do that. So they do the same thing as the Norwegians, because the Norwegians always try to silence the opponent in this way. Not even an opponent, but anybody who criticizes them or say, "Oh, they are doing something wrong here." They had to just. Basically just get him committed to a mental institution and shit. So yeah, this is the Norwegians. It's a silent murder. It's a silent murder. So yeah. So yeah, those two things that I was noticed. And if I'm talking about the Gangstalking, well, apparently here in Mauritius, what happened was just sent some guy to threat me and stuff, which is it's always the intimidation. And if you want to control somebody, you have to make him afraid. And this is the rule that I didn't know actually, until like I knew that, I read about it, but I didn't actually see it how it works. But now I know how it works. Yeah, they just will threat the person with murder and death and all, every type of fucking threat. Because they are the government and they have money, so that the person will click and hurt them back. That's what they are basically planning to. So so yeah, they just when you are constantly being threatened by death and beaten up and homelessness and every fucking thing. So it's really bad though. It's really bad. But we will see. At least I reported to the United Nations, and we will see what's going to happen from then, or from now on, basically. So those are the things that I actually noticed, and if you are targeting individual, well, know who you will hate. You know, apparently I didn't understand aliens before. I really didn't understand that why some people believe aliens is stalking them. But at the end of the day, I understood why the government trying to play the aliens trick. You know, because they have to direct this person hate towards something. You know, they have to get this person hate something, or hate certain groups, or hate someone to blame on, you know. So they made this trick of aliens so that the targeted individual will hate aliens, and of course, when you hate aliens, well, go complain about the aliens what they did to you, or they will just trying to basically just to get the person to hate certain group and then committed a crime, or commit a crime as beaten up, or all the degrees, of course, of violence in here, so that the person at the end of the day will be labeled as a hater for a certain group, but not it's not the government. You understand the trick. It's actually beautiful play. I just like, I clap for that play, because it's beautiful play. They just know how to cover up their tracks. They know how to cover up their tracks. It's beautiful play, But we will see. Hopefully their lies wouldn't get so far from now on. Who knows? But here you have it. So, peace, and I hope everyone will be doing well. I would say it always. I will say it here. Don't hurt those idiots on the streets. Those are not your target. You know, you are not targeting those on the streets. Those on the street are just like, dumb fucks, basically. They are just dumb fucks. So you shouldn't be targeting them. You're targeting the ones on the top, and on the top, I'm not telling you go hurt them. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is go and report them. That's different. That's two different case scenarios in here. So what I'm saying is this: go and report them. Report. Don't hurt. You know. So you do have that right. You don't have the right to take somebody else's like life, or you don't have the right to beat him up for just because he's a follower. You don't have that right. But you do have the right to report them. You do have the right to make a video and put it on YouTube. You do have the right to talk about it. You do have the right. That's you. That's your right. Nobody can deny you that. In this world, the government or not, nobody can deny you that. So here you have it. So please just stay safe, and report the motherfuckers. Don't make them operate comfortably. Don't make them do that. Anyways, have a good night.